like you just like felt something, like you felt like, oh my God, like the Rebbe's really with me right now?
I feel like that a lot, actually. I do. In fits and spurts, not every day. You know what I mean? Like you want to feel that every day. I do anyway. Maybe you're also lucky to do that, to feel that every
No.
day.
Yeah,
I'm not.
contrary to popular belief, we're not. I mean, we did grow up with it, and maybe what you were saying that because we're so used to it, we don't always feel so lucky. So hearing it from someone on the outside that feels so connected is really something. I think it's really special. I mean, I'm speaking for myself, but I think I'm saying what a lot of people. I think that it's really special to hear it from someone else, how inspired they are, and it like reminds us to be inspired.
Yeah, you're so lucky. You're so lucky because you're immersed in it, because you have each other to talk about it with, because you understand that it is the normal, outside. I really can only talk to Basi about it. And you girls, and my husband.
You speak to more people about it.
I do. I talk
Yeah,
to people about
what
it
about
a
your
lot.
husband?
I do.
Oh, what about your husband?
What about my husband? What would you like to know about?
You said that you talk about it with your husband.
I do. I talk about it with my husband, and he doesn't necessarily believe or fully understand. He was more in touch with his Judaism than I was, much more comfortable in his identity as a Jew than I was. It wasn't that I was ashamed of it. It's just that it didn't have any particular resonance for me. I didn't see it as really relevant in my lifestyle. Like, it wasn't a bad thing, but it wasn't necessarily an integral part of me. You know what I mean? And the older I get and the more I experience in life, the more I realize it's the defining feature of my life. Do you know what I mean? I am a mother, and I'm a woman, and I'm a Jew. I'm a Jewish mother. I'm a Jewish woman. There's no separating the two. So Gary's fine with that part of it. I think that some of this is a little bit, for you guys, maybe not so much. For me, there's some mysticism, and there's a lot buried beneath the surface, and you have to listen with your heart as well as with your head. If you're just listening with your head, you're not going to hear the full story. If you're just listening with your heart, you won't hear the full story either. You have to look at them both, to look at the evidence of what's being presented to you and the history of what's happening, and then you also have to know what feels correct in your heart and what's, halacha, what the Torah tells us, and what the Rebbe's interpretations are. So Gary, he goes along with what I say. He does. He's a really sweet guy and a great husband. And I was telling Basi, he's a smart man. And so he's very happy to have me covering our bases, our spiritual bases right now. But it's definitely changed the way that I'm raising my children, for sure. It's changed the way I'm raising my children. I have a 20-year-old son and a 16-year-old son, and I think that I talk to them twice a day about the importance of marrying a Jewish woman and having Jewish grandchildren for me, lots of them. But I don't think that no one ever explained that to me, and it was really just, Hashem intervening and making me very lucky that it happened for me, because, my children would have been Jewish no matter what, thank God, but my husband would not have been. So, that's kind of